OMG, it's been such a long time since I posted a video, but I have a reason for that, a few reasons. So the first reason is I was moving into my first home, and then on top of that, oh, just so many things, with getting back to school and preparing for the brick and mortar school year and what that's going to look like. That's a whole other story. And then the third one, the biggest reason for this channel was to help with Qkids things and advice and experiences and blah, blah, blah. But my classes stopped. It was pretty empty for a while, and I tried to work through it and things like that, but it's the less that I'm in the classes and the less teaching that's happening, the less advice that I can give or stories I can tell or anything like that. So that's why you haven't been hearing from me, and it is really a bummer because I still love Qkids. I think that the platform's amazing. Everything's so well done. The staff, they're super nice. And so it's nothing against them, but it was just I feel like I started pretty high and then it just kind of went and kind of just didn't exist anymore. So I started I really was going to change. Okay, I'll just be honest. So I was going to start, not totally change from Qkids because you can see my background, I'm still doing it, but I was going to look into other things like Qkids, which I still didn't get an interview yet because I don't refresh enough. Any of you going through that process, how that is, how it's been. So I haven't really been super focused on it. So I'm sure I just keep missing slots, but I do have a job with EF, and I've had it almost as long as I've had Qkids, but Qkids was going so well, I kind of put that one on the back burner. So now I'm okay, all summer I was waiting for it. It's peak season. If I was getting all these classes in the low season, I was so confident I would have many classes all summer, and that just wasn't the case. So I'm opening some slots up with EF to teach online, and I haven't started yet. I opened my slots literally a week ago, and I'm just waiting to teach on that platform, which I already know I love EF's material because I actually taught with EF kids and teens when I was in Shanghai, China for 3 years. So I was always excited to connect back with that. But yeah, so I kind of feel really bummed about Qkids because I've literally built my whole page around just Qkids, and my Instagram, all the time I put it in money, I put into Qkids stuff, but I haven't gotten to really teach like that. So, and I really, really like it. And I'm moving into a new house, I was really expecting to have that income, how the summer is when you're a brick and mortar teacher. So I just wanted to give you guys that update. But besides that, since I did move, you can see the angle of my board, everything's different. I still have some stuff to get, the little thing to lift up my computer, but also I'm going for a different vibe, and it's a real office this time. So I want it to be less primary colors and all this stuff, and more sophisticated, if you will. So I will make videos about updates on that. I don't know if people who specifically come to the channel for that, if they'd be interested in things I'm doing in my home, but I will make a teacher's background slowly over the course of the next month or two to it's to my liking, and I'll just share with you guys updates, I suppose, along the way. So yeah, there's that. And so I feel I'm talking about so many different things and it's not flowing. I didn't really plan what I was going to say, but since I was talking about the background, it reminded me of like, towards the end of last semester, and I know it's different depending on all the districts and everything's subject to change, but in my particular district and everything, I heard that we'll probably be teaching from school remotely. So I don't really need to have a background, but I still will be doing online teaching at home with Qkids and EF and maybe VIPKid. I started updating my stuff with them as well, so that maybe, I'll have more options instead of putting all my eggs in one Qkids basket. But that's not like bashing or anything. It's just like the reality, I think, for quite a few of us. And, I just want to be honest with what your experience might be. And if you feel like, oh, it must mean I'm not a good teacher or whatever, it's not. So I keep moving my head, hoping that, why is it? I guess it's following the center because it's concave or something, I guess. Anyway, so yeah. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to let you guys know I didn't abandon you guys or just there for a moment. It's like I've been waiting eagerly, but I was like, okay. And I was so busy moving and all the house stuff and finalizing everything was so much crazy. I didn't know to expect that, being a first time home buyer. So a lot of things happened in the last couple of months, good things, but stress is stress, whether it's good or bad, and not having time to do everything. So I hope to not leave you guys like this anymore. And if I don't have updates in the next couple of weeks about Qkids and stuff, I should have some updates, hopefully, knock on wood, I think this is wood, on EF, and definitely for my brick and mortar school, what that whole experience is like. Because if you guys didn't know, I've been teaching English at a training center in China and everything for the past 7 years. But this is my first time teaching in a school, a public school. And so I'm doing the lateral entry program. And my first months, the first time I got the job was a few days before they closed school. So I never met my students because I was the end of year teacher. So I never met my students physically. So the last 3 months of school, I was there and got rehired for this upcoming school year. And so everything's really new to me. I'm a COVID teacher and it's my first year. It's so at least I should have tons of stories and things. I might come on here crying because I'm so nervous, to be honest, about just what everything will look like and just learning the curriculum, but learning it kind of differently and teaching it differently, and it's a lot. So at least you can expect that. And so I just think Teacher Sky spans across all of the platforms, whether it's Qkids, EF, VIPKid, brick and mortar. I'm going to give you that. So I'm sorry that the content was a little scant, but I think there's a lot more coming for you. So that's all. Like, subscribe, comment. What would you like to see? Any encouraging words? Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one with these nerves. Is it just because I'm a first year? Or is it because these are crazy times? A combination of both. So all the good energy. I would love words of encouragement, especially from seasoned teachers or even first year teachers or second year teachers. What was your experiences like? Tell me. I just want to know. Anyway, so miss you guys. Hope that you like the update and you'll be seeing a lot more of me soon. So happy teaching.